there what you're drinking. 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Yo guys, hello and welcome back to episode 3 of my Minardi My Team career mode here on F1 26. You join us here for the Japanese Grand Prix. Now, if you did miss last episode out in China, please go and check that out before this one, in case you get any spoilers. Now, last time out in China, we did manage to pick up 2 championship points with Nicholas Solov in the main race. P9 we finished. We didn't get any points in the sprint race, but 2 points overall for the team. Great result. And it adds on to our good start to the season out in Australia. So yeah, hoping for more out in Japan today in this episode. In the background, you'll see just a bit of admin with the car parts. We're going to assign the first upgrade to Gabriele Mini, as we will be driving with him this weekend. And yeah, all round good start to the season. Just want to say quickly, thank you all so much for supporting the channel recently over the last few days. The first 2 episodes of the My Team career mode are obviously out now and they're doing pretty well. So yeah, if you're enjoying the series, like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Thank you all. But yeah, this weekend out in Japan, we're feeling good. The car is feeling decent compared to its standing on the grid. Yeah, expecting a little bit of rain this weekend by the looks of it at the end of the race in Japan, so that could throw up some interesting results here. Yeah, without any further ado, let's skip practice and get into qualifying.
A warm welcome, everybody, from a venue that has seen plenty of sensational laps over the years. Remember, Verstappen in 23, Vettel in 2019, some phenomenal pole laps. But whose will it be today?
Moving on to our first run in Q1 here with Gabriele Mini in Japan. Just like normal, we're going to get a banker on the table. Get a decent exit out of the final corner, and we're going to cross the line on our first lap and do a 1:30.476. So yeah, decent banker, not last. But yeah, we need to definitely improve on that, and improve we are going to. So going to go for a full lap on the second lap here. Little bit of a lift and coast into turn 1, save a bit of the battery, just let the car roll into the apex, get a good exit, little burst of the battery. Now the very satisfying S section in the first sector here in Japan. Try and kiss the apexes, helps the car rotate a little bit. And here with the long left hand, you want to get the power down nice and early, get the boost on as we go 2.2 tenths of a second up. Little lift and coast into Degna 1. And then a little lift and roll the car into Degna 2 and get the throttle down early as possible. Nice lift and coast into the hairpin now. All important traction zone here. Try and get the power down as soon as possible on the boost. Not for too much because you need to save it for the back straight, but we are currently 3.5 tenths up, so that is good. Roll it into spoon. And then kiss the apex on the inside of the next one and get the power down again as early as possible, riding over the exit curve there, and drain the rest of the battery down to 130R. Keep it flat. I do like to downshift occasionally there. I didn't this time. And then a little lift and coast into the final chicane. A little bit deeper than I wanted there, but and a bit of a squirmy exit, but not a bad second lap here. 10.5 up goes to P21, so we still need to improve in this one. It's not good enough for Q2. But moving on to our third run and our final run in Q1. 2 tenths down in the first sector, not as good as the previous lap. And going into Degner 1, we try and make a time up, but we invalidate the lap. So that's going to be our qualifying over, guys, already in this one. And yeah, not ideal at all.
Suzuka in the springtime where the cherry blossom is in full bloom. But who's blooming out on our track and who's flourishing on this wonderful day at this magnificent track? Welcome along to Suzuka and the Japanese Grand Prix. A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles. It's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 circuit. And the drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. Keep an eye out for overtakes into the final chicane. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And Andrea Kimi Antonelli completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri and Verstappen, Hadjar, Sainz, Norris and Alex Albon, Lindblad, Gasly, Ollie Behrman and Bortoletto, Alonso, Soloff, Liam Lawson and Esteban Ocon, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Mini, Stroll, Colapinto and Sergio Perez completes our grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. Well, our 12th team have made a real impact on the grid. They've got a brilliant driver lineup. Engineering-wise, they look really settled. And commercially, they've been massively impressive as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to have that understanding. Keep bringing the money in from a financial point of view. That's what keeps your team pushing forward. But as a team principal, you also need to have, my belief, is a good understanding of the technological side of this sport. It's so techy. You need to be, in a way, a bit of an engineer yourself.
We're at the back, but give it 100% and we can still come away with a decent result. I believe in you. Come on.
So yeah, not an ideal end to qualifying there, but you do not receive points on the Saturday in F1, so we're going to send it in this race like always. Remember, we have rain at the end of the race, so that could play a part. We are going to go for the one stop in this race, hard to medium compound tyres. It's a pretty easy one stop round here. The AI do like to do 2 stops, so hopefully we can get some track position later on in the race and hopefully aim for points again and have a 3-point scoring run for the Minardi team on their return to F1. So yeah, that would be amazing. Going to get rid of a lot of the fuel as we can save quite a bit around here. So yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's get into the race. So here we go, guys, for round 3 of my Team career mode with Minardi. 5 red lights and away we go for the Japanese Grand Prix. We get a decent start off the line. Valtteri Bottas swerves into our path slightly, so we go down the inside of multiple cars. 3 wide currently at the exit of turn 1 and pushed out a little bit on the grass there by Ocon and Hulkenberg, but we hold the position. P18 currently as we get a little tap on the side pod there from the Haasman as he tries to hang it around the outside, but we are not having any of that in the early stages of this Grand Prix. We get the battery on nice and quick. We try and get the Aston Man into Degner 1. We go slightly deep. We nearly ram into the back of Liam Lawson there. And Alonso wanders up the inside again, but nothing doing for him there. Yeah, heavy braking zone here into the hairpin. We nearly go into the back of Liam Lawson again. Slightly reckless start from us here, but very lucky to come out of it without any damage or anything like that. So yeah, we need to calm down in this one. P17 plenty of time to go. And yeah, let's settle into this race a little bit. Draining a little bit of battery down the back straight into 130R to try and stay on the back of this little train ahead of us. They're all on soft tyres apart from Ocon behind us, so we'll need to try and keep up with them in the early stages of this race, as they do have a tyre advantage. And slides out of the final corner like that will not help our cause, but Esteban Ocon not close enough to do any damage as we get our first track limits warning at Stegner 1 on lap 2, so we need to be careful of that one as well. Moving halfway through lap 3 though, and we're starting to have a bit of a pace advantage on some of the soft tyres ahead, and we're going to go down the inside into Spoon Corner of Liam Lawson, but we run way too wide. We jump up on the inside curb and he gets the switch back on us and makes us pay for that, so we're going to have to do that move all over again, as everyone is deciding to burn battery down into 130Rs. Liam Lawson actually overtakes our teammate. Great move from him. So we are going to make the most of that and go up the inside of Nicholas Solov into the final 2 corners, and we're going to get that position. So P16 at the start of lap 4.
We're in danger of running out of fuel before the end of this race. Start being a little conservative with the remaining fuel, please. That means lifting off the throttle and letting the car coast to the braking points.
All right, thanks for that, Mark. Lap 5 now, and Gasly and Lawson have just been squabbling for the past lap, which has allowed us to save a little bit of the battery, and we're going to go for it again into Spoon here on Liam Lawson. Rapidly approached him as his light starts flashing. He merges to the inside a little bit, but we are going to hold it this time, give him the room on the outside, and leaving him no room for a switchback this time.
Nice
So good
work,
move
mate.
there.
That brings you up a place.
Pierre Gasly up next, also on the hard tyres, so the quicker we dispatch of him, the better in this race. In the overtake mode of Pierre now, and yeah, good exit off the final corner. We're going to burn the battery to try and get him dumping absolutely everything, but we're not going to quite make it this time around. Feint to the inside to try and throw him off, but nothing doing there, unfortunately. P15, but moving on to the end of lap 6 now, and Pierre's out of battery. We're going to do a nice little lift and coast into the final chicane. A little bit slidey on the way in, but we're going to get a decent exit. A little bit squirmy, but still decent on the straight line mode on the battery. Pierre is flashing. We're going to feint to the inside, go to the outside, and that's a nice easy move for us in the end. So P14 now on track. Ollie Behrman and Bortoletto fighting ahead, so they will be our next victims in this race. And it doesn't take very long towards the end of lap 7. We're going to fly past Bortoletto even before 130R. Absolutely drain the battery, but that is not a problem. We can save it plenty in the first sector. And yeah, even already we have sort of nearly 40% on the battery. So we're going to burn that down to turn 1 and try and get on the back of Ollie Behrman, which we do, because at the end of lap 8, Behrman is behind Limblad. We are behind Behrman as they both box, so that is good for us. 2 less cars to overtake on track, and plenty of others have actually boxed, so we are going to emerge in 6th place in this race. Of course, on the one-stop strategy, everyone else making their first stop.
We think we might see some rain. ETA about 15 minutes. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
As we get a nice little weather update from Mark there. Yeah, that's quite a long time. These tyres are starting to wear.
Okay, gap to the car
As Nico
ahead.
Hulkenberg actually retires
5.1
from the Grand Prix,
Here's
so
some information on Hulkenberg. Right, they've got a
yeah,
serious
strategy.
car issue. It looks like
Are we
they're
going to have to
retiring.
box before the rain comes, or can we hold out on these hard tyres until then? As more people are in the pit lane, as we get a bit squirmy on the final corner yet again. But we're going to emerge in P2 in this race now. Incredible. Minardi back on the podium. like Australia, but that did not work out for us. So how is it going to pan out the rest of the race? But coming onto the start of lap 12, and Antonelli is now in the pits, so we are going to assume the race lead here at Suzuka. Yeah, this season is going very well so far, if I do say so myself. Soft tyres though for Antonelli now, so he is going to be rapidly approaching us. And it does not take him very long. End of lap 14 now, and Antonelli is right on our tail. The rain hasn't come quite yet, but we are going to set up the intermediate tyres ready for that, because it will be coming pretty soon into the final chicane. And Antonelli is going to get a much better exit than us on our old hard tyres. We go to the inside to try and defend, but Antonelli is going to go to the outside and absolutely fly past us. We try and hold it up the inside, but we tap his rear end, and yeah, not good for us. We tried to hang it in there, but superior grip and the superior car for the Mercedes man prevails in the end. And then next lap, sort of the same. Russell and Hamilton fly past us. Piastri also approaching at a rate of knots. Now we just want to sort of not lose any race time in this race and just do as quick a race as possible. Remembering, if it does turn to intermediates, then these lot will have to pit yet again. So we go to the inside to defend from Piastri, and we manage to do that, forcing him even further inside than ourselves. And we hold it around the outside. Unfortunately, our tyres are starting to deteriorate at a rapid rate of knots here, and we're begging for this rain to come as Piastri goes around the outside of the long left-hander. And that is an incredible move from the McLaren man. But we're not giving it up. We're going to go straight back down the inside of Degner 1. Piastri runs out a little bit wide. We give him just enough room as we hang it down the inside and we keep the position. Incredible race in there from the pair of us. And yeah, we're going to hold on for a little bit longer in this race.
The tyres very soon.
And at the end of lap 16, the first few drops have started to emerge here in Suzuka. Piastri goes down the inside of 130R, but we're going to send it right back on him. A little bit deep, but we managed to keep it on the track, so all good there. It's too early to box and our tyres are really going off. But it's not time to box for the Inters yet, as Piastri and Verstappen fly past us on the main straight. And we're going to have to bite the bullet on the end of this lap, I think, and pit for the intermediate tyres, because the rain will get stronger, but we can't afford to box for dries again. And at the end of that lap, we have managed to hold off Isaac Hadjar and Charles Leclerc. But we are going to box at the end of this lap for the intermediate tyres. A little bit of a gamble, but 82% on the front left. We do not want to risk a puncture on this circuit, so we're going to push the pit limits. And we just about get it stopped in time, hoping for a good stop from the Minardi boys. Standard 2.5 second stop there. Good stuff from the boys. And yeah, hopefully we're going to emerge in this race, not in too much traffic, so we can bring the tyres in nice and gently, not have to ruin them straight away. But of course that is not going to happen, because Lando Norris and Fernando Alonso are going to fly past us into turn 1. But Alonso goes very deep, luckily for us, so we managed to pick up P16 straight away. And now Sergio Perez holding up the McLaren man. Can we overtake him before he dispatches the Cadillac? And that should make it a bit easier for us. As you can see, the front tyres starting to overheat already a little bit. The exterior of the tyres anyway, but we are gaining slightly on the 2 cars ahead. Going very carefully through the Degners there to not try and get too much tyre wear on it. As Norris goes side by side with Perez round the outside, we're going to go even deeper and set up the switchback on the Cadillac man, and we are going to execute that beautifully. Now burning at the battery to try and see if we can stay with the McLaren man here. Conditions are very much neutral though, up until this point where we go into the hairpin on the next lap. Lando has caught up to Pierre, and as you can see, the traction is just nowhere near as good for their medium tyres now, and we're going to fly past the pair of them here in this one. So this is the lap to box for the AI around us. So I imagine they will be coming in. Can we undercut some more people? Where are we going to be in this race? Very crucial stages of the Grand Prix.
Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
So we will have this rain until the end of the race now. As you can see, the AI are in the pits to go onto the intermediate tyres. We come out of the final corner, we're going to get the battery on straight away. Straight line mode still active. And where are we going to emerge? P5 in this race. Lewis Hamilton just coming out ahead of us. But yeah, this strategy is definitely working in our favour so far. Brilliant stuff from the Minardi boys. As our teammate boxes again. But yeah, now can we hold up the faster drivers, i.e. Piastri and Verstappen behind us, or are they going to be too quick in this race? As we get a little bit squirmy out of the left-hander and going into Degner 1, we wash completely out wide, go into the gravel, and very lucky to not career off into the barrier there. Just highlighting how we need to really watch these conditions and the tyres. And yeah, still fairly low on the fuel as well, so that's something we're going to have to manage for the rest of this race. But as the straight line mode and boost get turned off, so definitely intermediate tyres now in this one. And Piastri already on the back of us in this race, so they're looking mighty fast. Lucky not to get a track limits warning there, but we were not going very quick. But yeah, very squirmy now. The rear end feels as light as a cloud, and Piastri's going to go down the inside of 130R. We are going to try and hold it around the outside. We bump into him a little bit as he comes across us, but we send it back down the inside into the final chicane yet again as Hadjar actually pits, as he's still on the slick compound tyres. But now, if you remember my last first challenge with Lewis Hamilton, if you haven't seen that, go and check that out. But I discovered we cannot use hot lap mode anymore in the wet conditions. Now, at the time of recording this video, I did not know that. So I did think it was a glitch, so I did sort of save it and go back into it and see if it would fix itself. Obviously it didn't, because as some of you made me aware, it was part of the update, which is fair enough, but it makes me feel really, really slow now in these wet conditions. The AI seems to have a lot more either battery or just raw pace, which is fine, I guess, because the AI were not as good as the person in the wet conditions, but moving swiftly on. But yeah, as you can see, Piastri absolutely flew by us there. 3.5 seconds up the road now nearly, and yeah, Verstappen's trying to get past us on the back straight. We're squeezing him to the outside because we do not want the Dutchman to get past here. He's going to hang it around the outside of 130R, but nothing doing there. We slide out wide as well. But yeah, holding the position so far. It's just a matter of time before the Red Bull man clears us, though it feels like, in this race, as we get really squirmy again on the exit of the final corner. As Verstappen goes past us, Carlos Sainz looking interesting as well, but we are not going to let that happen. We have a little look down the inside of Verstappen again, but like Antonelli, we think better of it. Unfortunately, no contact there this time around. So yeah, pace is not looking ideal on these tyres at the moment. Granted, everyone is a lot faster and have faster machinery around us, so not a major problem, but the fuel as well is not exactly saving at this point in the Grand Prix. We're having to push a little bit more, obviously a little bit less LICO in the wet conditions because the battery's not a problem, but as we get our second track limit warning in this race, so have to be very careful now for the remainder. But yeah, really squirmy on the exits, and moving on to lap 23 now. Charles Leclerc has managed to pass the Williams man of Carlos Sainz behind us. But yeah, coming towards the end of the S's, and traction's not feeling that good as Charles Leclerc barges his way past down the inside there. Obviously much faster and getting a better run out of the corner, but a little bit dirty from the Ferrari man, but we're not going to complain too much. Still in P7 in this Grand Prix. If we could hold this from now, it would be a great result. And moving on to the start of lap 25 now. Charles Leclerc has absolutely raced away ahead of us. We're pulling to the inside on the pit straight to try and defend from Carlos Sainz as he goes to the outside of turn 1. He gets the job half done but goes way too wide, and we pick the position back up. Nice move there for us. Nice defending as well from us as well. Currently holding P7. But yeah, coming on towards the final lap now. End of the penultimate lap. Little touch in the rear from Isaac Hadjar as he gets past Carlos Sainz. We accidentally touch his side pod there as he gets past us into 130R, but just like before, we are not going to give this up, and we are going to dive down the inside into the final chicane. Stay on the track just about, so really good move for us there. Aggressive but fair and clean. That's all we can ask for at the end of this race. But now moving on to the final lap. Doing a lot of lift and coast the last few laps to try and get the fuel back even. Still not quite there as Kimi Antonelli wins the Japanese Grand Prix for Mercedes. Big lift and coast into Spoon as Sainz goes past, but we roll back down the inside. Little bit dirty from us there, but we're just gonna move on from that swiftly and take the P7 back in this Grand Prix. Carlos is not done yet though. He is looking very interested into the final chicane. He goes a little bit wide in 130R though, and Hadjar manages to squeeze past him. We're in low fuel mode now, so we have officially run out of fuel on the run to the line. Hadjar's going to go to the outside. We try and squeeze him, but he gets us over the line.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
So that's P8 for the Japanese Grand Prix.
And your victor today, Andrea Kimi Antonelli.
To witness such mastery of these conditions, these changeable conditions that we saw today, is very impressive indeed. So a huge congratulations to this driver for taking victory today.
From lights out to the checkered flag, this is what they're racing for. It's points and a trip to the podium. And it's a richly deserved victory today for Kimi Antonelli. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
So a photo finish to round off round 3 here with the Minardi My Team career mode. Isaac Hadjar just pipping Gabriele Mini to the line there. Nicolas Solov finishing in P21, but P8 and 4 championship points for the Minardi boys here in Japan is an absolutely great result, which leaves us 10th and 11th in the drivers' stand-ins and 6th in the Constructors' Championship. So an amazing start, an amazing first 3 rounds to the season here. And yeah, amazing stuff. Next up is Bahrain. Yeah, really looking forward to that race. The first night race of the season. And yeah, hopefully we can continue our form into that one. And that is going to be all from me, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me for round 3 of the Minardi My Team career mode. If you do want to see more content like this on the channel, please like and subscribe. We are, at the time of recording this, just gone over 100 subs. So thank you all so much for that. You guys are amazing. I haven't really set any sort of subscriber like goals or anything yet. But yeah, if we could get 200, 250 sort of before the end of the month, that would be incredible. And yeah, just thank you all, guys. Appreciate you all. And yeah, have a good evening. I'll see you in Bahrain. Cheers.